Hey crew, man do we have a fun Titan build here. Just look what's happening in this gameplay, it's pretty insane. Pay attention to our abilities in the bottom left and just look how fast the grenade and melee come back. I can't even keep up with it myself, you could probably throw a grenade every frickin' second if you really wanted to. Also watch how strong our grenade is when we hit the wizard with it. That's because it's causing weakening, it lasts longer, and it's always empowered ×2 with this build, so it does some serious damage. This is a fun build for something like Psyops playlist when farming frames, or strikes and gambit, even the lower difficulty of the wellspring activity. It's about as Titan as you can get to and an absolute blast to play, so I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. It's just getting in the face, punching things over and over, we always have a charged melee, we always have a charged grenade, and just throwing abilities out left and right. I will be live streaming over on Twitch doing the new raid when this video goes live, so come on over and say hi and hang out with us. And if you want to get this awesome sweet emblem, you can still gift 2 subs as long as your Bungie account is linked and get this Long Live the Queen emblem. So I'll see you guys over there. This video is sponsored by my favorite mobile game, Raid Shadow Legends. I am currently level 90 on my account, so as you can tell, I play quite a lot of Raid Shadow Legends, and one of my favorite activities in the game is the awesome Doom Tower, which is a great endgame activity that takes a lot of fine-tuning of teams to complete. This is what I love building my teams for and making sure that I have the correct build for each champion, because if you don't, you'll definitely have a rough time. The normal Doom Tower floors are not all that difficult, but once you reach a boss, which is every 10 floor levels, it can start to get much harder. And then there's also the hard mode of the Doom Tower, which is where I play, and I still haven't cleared all 120 floors yet, which is just crazy, because not many games have such great endgame content, and you guys all know how much I enjoy that in games, so Raid Shadow Legends takes care of that for me. There's even a couple bosses that need specific mechanics to beat them, like the Scarab King. He takes barely any damage unless you reduce his max HP, and if you attack him without a shield buff on, he'll wreck your entire team very fast. I could talk about builds and strategies forever when it comes to Raid Shadow Legends and the Doom Tower, which is something I really enjoy about it. The endless possibilities in building my champions and my teams. This is one of the best times to get started in playing Raid, and if you click my link in the description or scan my QR code that you see on screen, you'll get a unique bonus worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion in Tyrell, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 agent shard, so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in the game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here that you see on screen, and the rewards will be available only for the next 30 days and only for new players to raid. I hope to see you guys all over in Raid Shadow Legends grinding that Doom Tower with me. Okay, so the Titan build here is not all too difficult to pull off. First off, doesn't my Titan look pretty freaking sweet? Pretty cool, right? I use this build even in the raid. First encounter, third encounter, where all you're dealing with is mostly ads. That's where I use this build. And then I'll switch it off if we need anything extra for boss DPS. But I'm pretty good with boss DPS with just Wither Horde and Reed's Regret. Within the subclass, this is probably the most important part, okay? You can use whatever super you want, Sentinel Shield, or you can use Bubble if your team needs Bubble for anything to do with Raid or Boss DPS or anything like that, that's fine. Shoulder Charge. So after sprinting for a short time, use this melee ability to unleash a devastating shield bash that suppresses the target. Final blows with the shield bash grant an overshield. The reason we're using this is because it's a guaranteed full overshield. If you go with shield throw, it's 1, not guaranteed to be a full overshield, it grants parts of your overshield, and 2, if you miss your shield throw, you're kind of screwed. You're not going to have an overshield, right? So you can't miss shield bash. If you miss, just turn around, sprint again, hit him, right? It's easier that way. Vortex Grenade, super strong, pulls people into it, and as you saw in the opening clips, it's very strong when you always have a ×2 Vortex Grenade. Offensive Bulwark is an important one. This is when you have an overshield or inside Ward of Dawn, your grenades charge significantly faster, you have increased melee range and damage, and then the last part, melee final blows extend the duration of your overshield. So our overshield lasts forever and it extends the duration. And then for whatever reason, when we have the overshield, every melee after that is considered a charged melee still. You don't do the shoulder shield bash with it, but it is a charged melee. So you're proccing controlled demolition on it, you're proccing any of your aspects, you're proccing any of your mods that you have on your character, which is crazy. So you also throw on controlled demolitions here, hitting a target with a void ability, which is our melee, which will always have a charged melee. Explosion makes them volatile. So we then make every target volatile just with our melee, and it's every melee. Further damage to a volatile target causes them to explode. grants you and nearby allies health when volatile targets explode near you. So we're always healing off of this, so we don't need any other healing. Nothing like that. For our fragments, Echo of Remnants to make the Vortex Grenade last much longer. We have Echo of Exchange. Melee final blows grant grenade energy. So now we're chaining back into that grenade. And then we also have Echo of Undermining. Your void grenades weaken the target. So the grenades are weakening that target, in an essence making the grenade stronger. And then we have Echo of Expulsion. The void ability final blows cause targets to explode. Technically, this one could be traded out because stuff is exploding based off of controlled demolitions with volatile. But with your grenade, if you're using it as much as you should be, then you're proccing Echo of Expulsion with the grenade, and then it's chaining to different enemies. So that's why I have it on with this class. As far as your mods go, we'll go over that right now. Use any weapons you want. If you want to throw on a void weapon, you can, because again, oh, look at these two. Look at those. Whoa. You can throw on a void weapon because you can get, of course, the volatile rounds if you have the mod on. So my class on, I have volatile flow. On the helmet here, we have double hands-on and melee wellmaker. So we're stacking a bunch of melee wellmakers here because we always have a charged melee. And there is like an internal cooldown time on this melee wellmaker. It's literally like 2 or 3 seconds. So you're going to shoulder charge, bash enemies, and when you go into your next punch, that won't proc melee wellmaker, but your third punch will. So your shoulder charge is proccing melee wellmaker, and then your third punch is proccing. So that's how you punch 3 times, and you basically have your melee back, and as you see in the gameplay, the grenade is just always there. We have melee wellmaker again on our gauntlets there. On our chest piece, we have Bountiful Wells, so it's allowing all the melee wellmakers to stack. And then, of course, we're using Heart of Inmost Light here. Overflowing Light, using an ability, Grenade, Melee, Barricade, empowers the other 2 abilities. Empowered means abilities have faster regen. Melees and grenades do more damage, so this is what we're taking the most advantage of, is melee and grenades do more damage. That's what makes our grenades so strong, is this right here. And then barricades have more hit points. We're not really using the barricade. But our grenades do a ton of damage with this. It comes back really fast because we always have empowered ×2 because we're punching everything, and we're always punching something with a charged melee. And then we have another melee wellmaker on our boots, and then of course volatile flow like we said. So now all it is just this chaining of melee grenade, melee grenade, melee grenade. And as you can see in the opening gameplay, I cannot keep up with how fast to throw the grenade. Like, it's there and I just want to keep punching because something's in front of me, but I could use the grenade. It's crazy. I also threw on double hands on, so in that gameplay you saw, we got like half our super bar in the first couple ads when we ran through the room. So yeah, definitely throw that on. I hope you guys enjoy this build. I hope you find it helpful. It's a really fun build, and it's what I use basically in any low tier content, anything that just has to deal with red bar ads that I can just mow through. I'm even doing it in the raid on the first encounter and third encounter, so it's still good there, and then we still have bubble worked into it to drop for DPS or whatever else is needed. I hope to see you all in the next video. I am live on Twitch, so come on over and say hi and hang out there for the day. We're doing a bunch of raids, and I'll see you guys soon.